Yeah, this is just a real brief thing here right now. I just want to try and talk to you, and my lady immediately starts talking in the background. That's part of her disorder problem. She constantly interrupts me anytime I try to start something. But hey, I'm just trying to say hello to Isaiah Richards. Glad you subscribed. Um, I got a lot I'm saying. I'll be talking about more later. Right now, my lady's condition isn't good, so I need to make this short. Just want to say hi to you. And yes, I will be running to be the first write-in president of the United States. So I'm glad you subscribed. I only found out recently by a neighbor that if you subscribe, then when I come on, you're automatically notified. I didn't know that before. So great. So I'll ask everybody start subscribing because with my lady's condition, I can't give you a time when I'll be on here. I never know, what I'm going to be dealing with from one moment to the next. So, and I got to learn to look up here, don't I? So I can see, look in your eyes and you look in my eyes, right? Face to face. But at any rate, I'll have to say goodbye for now. Sorry to make it so brief, but yeah, we got to deal with what we got to deal with. But yeah, speaking through my lady's eyes as a believer, apparently God has handed me everything to do this with, and I certainly got the answers. Real quick thing, I did hear um, Mr. Inslee, our governor of this state, uh, doing some chatting this morning. He is saying exactly what I have been already saying on my YouTube. Now I go a bit further, but the point is, I remember some time back a bridge collapsed out here, and boy, I sure did like the way he responded to it. I really did. I said at that time he could be the first Democrat I ever vote for, and I was leaning that way to now, but I've realized the only way I can solve the problems here, solve the problems in the state, uh, solve the problems everywhere, is to go about that way. If we're going to save this world, we have got to start changing things in right now. There's no time to debate about it. It has to be done. There's no time left anymore. Everybody knows what's been done to the ozone, and ain't going to take much more of that, and that's going to finish us off right there. We won't have to worry about some planet killer or the sun exploding. We're killing ourselves. So, bottom line is, I think I already mentioned things like dumping garbage into the ocean has to be an immediate stop. We got to start thinking about how we use cars. We've got to, at the very least, carpool. Certainly as much as possible. Now, I can understand there's situations at this point in time where you need to use your car. I keep looking down here, yeah, I need to look up here. I'm learning. But so carpool as much as you can, take mass transit when you can, ride a bike when you can, anything to stop the emissions. Places like Detroit, well, I don't know, probably a bunch of it's a graveyard already, but we've got to stop billowing all that crap into the air one way or another, find other ways of making things, whatever it takes. But I got to get going now. I'm sorry. I got to deal with my lady's condition. So thanks for listening. Thank you, Isaiah. And I thank my neighbor friend for telling me about what happens when you subscribe. So that'd be the best thing if you want to hear me next time is subscribe, because I cannot guarantee you at what specific time. I would say, hey, I'll be on at 2:00, but hey, maybe I got to deal with my lady's condition. So, and there's no way for me to know. So just subscribe. And when I can, I'll get back on here and we're going to talk about a whole lot of stuff. There's people sitting in jail that need to be released immediately. I'll get into that too. Let me say one thing. Uh, you got to think of governors as like a manager of a store. And it is a manager's duty to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done. And I realize, oh, Mr. Inslee, he's got that goal to become president. I understand that. He needs to be at debates. But hey, when you're a manager and you're needed at the business, you need to get to the business. And right now, Mr. Inslee, you are needed here. There's a great deal of evil going on. You better start looking at city of Linwood and Mount Lake Terrace right now. I mean, I was going to leave them out of my original lawsuit because my anger was with Linwood, but they've gained my anger. I guarantee you, every call for help, it's just been a slap in the fucking face. I'm sorry, excuse my language. It kind of slipped out there. I got to understand there might be kids listening. Trying to do better on that as well. God, I need to look up here. Oh, see, I see my mind is just running right now with everything going on with my lady's condition, the things I got to do. And boy, it's keep your mind concentrated, even when you got a lot of stuff in there, you gotta work on, and I gotta do that myself. I gotta concentrate on doing multiple things at one time, like a drummer. Boy, I could ever be a drummer, but hey, this is something more in line I can deal with once I really get it straight. So thanks for listening. And I will be back. I promise you. Let's see. Is there another way? I thought there was another way I went out here because every time I do it this way, lately, anyways, I have trouble finding the dang thing. I remember the first few I did, there was no problem, and I thought I was touching something else to end this. So I'm still trying to learn this. Hey, someone's really nearby. Hey, get over here and help me. I could use some help on how to do this properly, the right way, and everything. There's something about. What? It's on? Oh, I got live chat on. Can somebody say something to me now? I don't know. Usually it says live chat isn't activated, and I didn't do anything, and all of a sudden here it is. Isn't it strange how things work sometimes, Yeah. Did I bump something with my finger accidentally? I really don't know. Really don't know. Is it because some subscribed? I don't know. Me and my lady here, when it comes to this stuff, we're way behind the times. Way behind the times. I think I want to get on that Twitter. I'm not sure how to do that. I'll try and attempt to do that in the future when I get time. Right now, my lady's not doing so well. So, and see, I keep going, don't I? God, I got a lot. But welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. I don't think I'm breaking any community guidelines, but it's really interesting. I don't think I have anybody talking back, so maybe no one's listening right now. But hey, yeah, subscribe. That's all I can say. Yeah, I got to end this. I got to deal with schizoaffective disorder. Thank you.